ever underestimate the Indians. I mean, there's 1.5 billion Indians. If you play in that first 11, you've got to be really tough, don't you?
Hello and welcome everyone. Let us take a brief look at all the major controversies and the major milestones in the first test at Nagpur of the border Gavaskar Series. First up, Ravichandran Ashwin became the second fastest bowler after Muthiah Muralitharan to achieve the feat of 450 test wickets. He achieved this feat in only 89 test matches. Along with his 31st 5-wicket haul, Ravichandran Ashwin also became the second highest wicket taker in border Gavaskar Series history. And so much for Australia's practice against Ashwin's duplicate Mahesh Bhatia. Mahesh Bhatia met his idol just before the test match and took his blessings also. Next up, Sir Ravindra Jadeja, who became the 5th highest wicket taker for India versus Australia in all of international cricket. And he also got his 250th test match wicket and his 11th 5-wicket test haul, all in his comeback test match. But not before a huge controversy. Australian media and former players indicated that Jadeja might have been involved in ball tampering. Jadeja was caught on camera applying some ointment on his fractured fingers, and the Australian media was quick to catch on this and accuse him of ball tampering. Even though the Australian cricket team itself didn't lodge any official complaint, the issue was made big enough by the Australian media, and the match referee took notice of this and fined Jadeja 25% of his match fees for applying ointment without the umpire's knowledge. Next up, former Australian captain Allan absolutely ripped apart Steve Smith for playing softly and giving thumbs up to Ravindra Jadeja during his batting innings. Here's what he had to say.
Play with a harder edge too. I mean, we're giving blokes thumbs up when they beat us outside the off stump. You know,
I'm glad you're here,
AB. That is just ridiculous. You know, don't go stupid, but play Australian hard-nosed cricket. Yeah. I don't believe in giving someone a thumbs up who's beat me outside the off stump. Bloody hell.
Next up, the Australian media, which was so focused on discrediting Indian pitches and India's performance that they started alleging that the ball tracking software used in the series was also tampered with. No wonder that such negative talk had already impacted the Australians' minds, and they were bowled out for 177 and 91 in both the test innings, and this was their second lowest total ever against India.
Well, the Australians thought that there would be demons in the Nagpur pitch, but it turned out the demons were present in the Australian minds, and much of those demons were created by the Aussie journalists themselves. Australia's overthinking and weaknesses were thoroughly exposed against Ravichandran Ashwin and Jadeja. And the Australian media absolutely ripped apart their own team, saying it resembled a car crash and it was absolutely embarrassing the way they had lost to India. Well, it was not all gloomy and depressing for Australia. There was some reason to cheer for Australia as their young 22-year-old Test match debutant Todd Murphy became the youngest spinner to take 5 wickets on debut for Australia. And hitman Rohit Sharma became the first Indian player and the 4th in the history of international cricket to hit a century as captain in all 3 formats of the game. And a fun fact to end the video, Shami now has more number of sixes in Test cricket than Virat Kohli and Yuvraj Singh. How about that? The 3rd Test match of the series has been moved from Dharamshala to Indore as Dharamshala was deemed unfit to host international cricket for the time being. The Australians are expected to hit hard in the 2nd Test match starting on 17 February in New Delhi. Let us hope it will be a cracker of a Test match. Until then, goodbye and take care everyone.